Arianne stands alone on the city street, a vibrant yet haunting presence amidst the darkness. Despite the danger that lurks in the shadows, she seems unafraid, even empowered by the darkness that surrounds her. Perhaps she is a defender of the oppressed, fighting for justice, in a world that has lost its way. Or perhaps she is a lone wanderer, seeking beauty and mystery of the night. Bella seems at ease here, as if the beach is her natural habitat. Perhaps she is a remnant of a lost future, a symbol of a world that could have been. Or, perhaps she is simply an enigmatic stranger passing through our world, leaving only traces of her cyberpunk aura behind. Charlie stands alone, her body half buried in the snow. Perhaps she is a solitary traveler, exploring the uncharted regions of the world in search of adventure and discovery. Or, perhaps she is a guardian of the wilderness, protecting its secrets and mysteries from those who seek to exploit them. Donna is a striking figure amidst the rows of crops, a symbol of defiance and strength. Perhaps she is a protector of the land, safeguarding it from those who would seek to exploit it. Or, perhaps she is a renegade, a rebel fighting against a corrupt system that has taken over the world. Ellie stands alone in a lush jungle, her headset connected to a radio. Her face is a picture of intense concentration. Perhaps she is a scientist, studying the exotic plants of this remote world. Or, perhaps she is searching for some hidden message in the sounds of the jungle. Fava, also known as Ava to her friends, stands alone in a dense jungle with her feline companion. What is the reason for her being there amidst the lush foliage and vibrant colors of this natural world? She appears, however, as a symbol of power and beauty only found in the wildest and most untamed places. Gianna is a figure of stark contrast against the desolate desert backdrop. The unforgiving environment is no match for her fierce spirit and indomitable will. Perhaps she is wandering in search of something elusive and intangible. Or, perhaps she is a warrior, fighting against the oppressive forces that seek to control the world. Haley stands alone on the surface of a remote planet, her sleek spacecraft hovering silently nearby. Perhaps she is an explorer, seeking out new worlds and uncovering secrets of the universe. Or perhaps she is fleeing from the evil forces that seek to control the galaxy. Come what may, she seems ready to take on whatever challenge comes her way. Isla stands alone in the midst of an underwater wonderland, surrounded by a kaleidoscope of vibrant fish. Perhaps she is venturing into the unknown depths to uncover the mysteries of the sea. Or, perhaps she is safeguarding the delicate ecosystem from the ravages of human activity. Jade stands in front of a glittering palace, the lights shimmering in the dark. She appears to embody a sense of rebellion and defiance against the status quo. Perhaps she is fighting against the corrupt rulers who dwell within the palace walls. Or, perhaps she's a thief seeking to plunder the treasures that lay hidden within. Carly stands alone in a vast desert surrounded by ancient pyramids that stretch towards the sky. Perhaps she is an archaeologist, exploring the secrets hidden within the ancient structures. Or, perhaps she's a scavenger searching for long-forgotten treasures that needs imagination and creativity to discover. Luna stands alone in the midst of a raging wildfire, flames licking at the air with a fierce intensity. Perhaps she's a firefighter, battling the flames with skill and determination. Or, perhaps she's a revolutionary, using the power of the fire to destroy the corrupt institutions that hold society back. Maria stands alone surrounded by the rubble and destruction of a war-torn city. Perhaps she's a survivor, battling her way through the ruins of a shattered world to find a way to a better future. She seems to embody a sense of defiance and strength, reminding us that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope for a better tomorrow. Nicole stands alone on a towering construction site. She's the queen of this chaotic realm. Perhaps she's an engineer, overseeing the project and directing the workers with skill and precision. She reminds us that we can conquer any challenge, if we have the courage and determination to do so. Olivia stands alone amidst the breathtaking beauty of the Alps. Perhaps she's a lone adventurer, in search of new discoveries. She reminds us that there is always more to explore and discover, even in the most remote and idyllic of places. Pasha stands alone on the deck of a massive ship. Perhaps she is a pirate queen, commanding the ship with fierce determination and cunning. Or, perhaps she's sailing the seas in search of treasure in this vast and wondrous world. She reminds us that for those that dare to seek it out, there is so much to discover. Quinn sits alone on a rollicking roller coaster, her hair flying wildly and her eyes gleaming with a sense of boundless energy and joy. Perhaps she's a thrill seeker, chasing after the next big rush and pushing the limits of what's possible. She reminds us to live life to the fullest, with passion and a sense of daring. Remy sits alone behind her school desk, her eyes staring into space. Perhaps she's a dreamer, lost in her own thoughts and imagination. Or, perhaps she's a rebel bucking the constraints of the traditional education system, that stifles her creativity and individuality. Sophia stands alone in the opulent lobby of a grand palace, dressed in her finest clothes. Despite the grandeur of her surroundings, she seems to possess an air of aloof detachment, as if she's seen it all before and nothing can surprise her. She reminds us that appearances can be deceiving. Talia stands alone in the midst of a luxe shopping mall, full of boutiques and designer stores. Perhaps she's searching for inspiration and innovation from the consumer culture of the mall. She seems to radiate a sense of power and mystery, reminding us that true style comes from within, and that the only limits are the ones we impose on ourselves. Ursula sits alone in a seedy bar, unfazed and lost in thought. Her expression hints at a world of secrets and hidden motives. In this strange, unsettling place, she seems like an otherworldly character, far beyond the mundane realities of life. Vera stands alone in a high-tech laboratory, itself a wonderland of gadgetry and equipment. There is a sense of familiarity to her, a feeling that she belongs in this place, that she is somehow an integral part of the grand cosmic scheme. Wei-Yin overlooks a sprawling wonderland of towering skyscrapers and lights of the city. In this surreal and vibrant world, she seems to embody the very spirit of this cyberpunk city, with its wild and unpredictable energy, and its endless potential for transformation and growth. Zara stands in a dark and dingy alley. Behind her, lined up along the walls, are a bunch of rough-looking thugs. Despite the danger of the situation, Zara remains calm and collected, standing with a sense of poise and grace. She is a force to be reckoned with in this dangerous and unpredictable cyberpunk world. Yaisa stands there, surrounded by the harshness and brutality of the maximum security prison. Standing with a sense of calm, she seems like a symbol of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest of places, there is always the potential for transformation and reform. Zaylee is wearing a virtual reality world headset, her eyes hidden from view as she immerses herself in a world of her own creation. She is in tune with the rhythms and flows of the digital universe, a reminder that in this world of electronic machines, the only limit is your imagination.